Eugen, what would you say are the pros and cons about living here on Costa del Sol?
Well, I can say there are many pros. It's actually quite difficult to think of the cons. The pros, as we already mentioned, is the lifestyle. It's the weather,
Yeah,
the beach, and all the facilities that are offered here.
Yeah.
For instance, for me to get to work in the morning, I spend 13 minutes on the train. All right. When I lived in London, for instance, I was commuting 3.5 hours a day,
dear,
getting up every
dreadful.
morning at 5:30 in the morning, the ice and the freezing cold and the frost, etc.
Crazy.
Here, the work hours are just so easy. You start at 10 o'clock, and yeah, okay, you work late, but that's fine just because the way it is, that especially in the middle of summer, it only gets dark
Yeah.
after 10 o'clock. So if you get home by 8, that's fine, because it's actually quite nice because it's starting to cool down a bit.
And you get that siesta time in
Yes,
between that just
yes.
gives you a rest in that heat as
Yes.
well, so that's really lovely.
And there's nothing nicer than sitting out on the balcony watching the sun go down with a nice glass of chilled cava. So you know, that's great.
And the con, is there anything
Well,
that
it's-
you feel is a drawback to
Yeah.
living here?
Well, I would say that maybe the only con is maybe that one can get trapped into the holiday lifestyle too much.
That's true. A lot of people do. Yeah.
And that it's just because there's so many opportunities to party here,
Yeah.
and you have to realize
It is a bit of a danger.
that you know, your life consists of work and not only just having fun.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to get sucked into that temptation of partying too much. So that is the only thing. But
And then you get lots of visitors and family and friends,
yeah.
and then they're over for the party or the holiday, and then
Yes.
you kind of like.
And there are lots of distractions because it's Semana Santa, it's an Easter
week.
holiday time, and then
The
it's
feria,
local
the fairs.
feria, and then you've got the romeria with the horses, and there's always 100 million reasons not to be working.
Absolutely.
So I would say maybe that's the only thing I could think about. It takes a little bit of self-discipline to realize that yes, the play is great, but you have to keep your focus as far as work is concerned as well.
And would you say like getting things like done at the town hall, paperwork, is that because, you know, a lot of people have commented, and we know what it's like, it is a little bit, you know,
Okay.
time consuming, or it feels like it's.
Okay, so it can get a little bit frustrating when it comes to paperwork and things like that. But remember, this is the southern Mediterranean. And
The manana syndrome, a
Yes.
little bit. It is getting better though.
Yes, but having said that, I personally haven't really had any problems regarding that at all.
Okay. Well,
But I've heard people saying that they've had some kind of problems, but ultimately it is their responsibility.
yeah.
And what one has to do then is something needs to get done, some paperwork, some kind of dealing with government authorities or whatever, that one has to keep your eye on it and can't just rely that something's got to get done.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
So you
It's
need,
very important advice.
so you need to check on that, whether it's your lawyer or your accountant or the town hall, whatever. It does require more kind of management than one would find in Northern European countries like Germany or England or something like that.
Okay. And just finally, to wrap things up, you're a chiropractor. You've been based here for 7 years now, working not in the Malaga area, but in Arroyo de la Miel specifically.
right.
That's where you have your practice. Is
That's
that
right.
correct?
Yes.
And if people want to reach you, what's your telephone number?
952-566-965.
That's excellent. And you deal with all problems to do with backs, or is it more than?
Well, it's more than that. Chiropractic is about alleviating back pain and neck pain, but it's much more than that. It's about improving nervous system function. And what's the importance of that is that our nervous system is our master control system. Every single part of our body is controlled by the nervous system. So what chiropractic is about optimizing nervous system function, which then means that your body functions better, and it means that your health is better as well. Research shows that long-term chiropractic care actually improves brain structure and brain function.
Wow.
So it's more than just getting your
It's a whole healthcare
back,
system. Yeah.
And it's actually getting you to function better, perform better, adapt better to stress. So it's much more than just aches and pains.
Okay, well that's fantastic. So everybody just get down there and book an appointment with Dr. Eugen Roth, Doctor of Chiropractic, down in Arroyo de la Miel, and he's going to take care of all your healthcare issues there and get you working to your optimum function. So thank you very much for watching.